because we planned this out in advance. And we got to start with our first award for today, which is the worst movie award. We've seen a plethora of different things throughout the year, and it's time to crown the three doo-dooists of them all. And I would like to throw it to my good friend Eli to start us off with third place.
All right, listen, I asked to talk about this one, right? Because this was by far my worst movie of the year, and these two fuckers decided that they had a different opinion. So I'm just going to voice mine real quick. So I have Do Revenge, right? I would not recommend this to anyone over the age of about 12 or male. No offense to my under 12 female viewers here. You are very far and few between.
What about the LGBT community?
I hope they don't like this. I respect that community and I respect their opinions, and not if they like this shit. So, sorry, bro. All right,
he going crazy.
That's
already.
wild. I'm sorry, bro. So people that have seen Pretty Little Liars, right? Disregard what I'm about to say. This is what outside people think Pretty Little Liars is about, that just refuse to watch it. It's the worst high school girl bullshit plot line of I have to get shitty revenge on my shitty friend that decided to make shitty mistakes. The first, 30 minutes we decided wasn't that bad. I thought different. I thought this was terrible. I'm not going to get too far into it because honestly, it's kind of blanked at this point. I have too much PTSD to where my brain is just exited. It's put up the wall from Supernatural where I just forget that shit. So honestly, go watch this if you hate yourself, if not, I respect it. But Do Revenge, look it up. Don't do that.
Now the baton has been passed to your boy to talk about the second worst movie that we have watched this year. I must take the brunt of this one, for I selected it onto the list and I watched it and I said, God damn it, I missed again.
You know what's funny is you've actually put all three of these on the list, Reek, and we have an issue about that.
Oh my God, I did. Hey, two of these I knew what it was though. So
yeah, that's fair.
I mean, we'll get to it in a minute, but Reek's not alone in this kind of category.
I planned out two of these three to be in this area at the end of the year, okay? So I can't say I missed when I hit my target. It's just not the target anyone wanted me to hit. This one was just a straight up miss, unfortunately. I was not Hawkeye because I selected Cargo 2018, 2017, depending who you're talking to, with Martin Short, I want to say his name is. He's some sort of bloke that I don't really care about. This movie was a pile of dog shit. If you ever played the Dead Rising video games, the plotline is Dead Rising 2, except they're in Australia and they're running around looking for Zombrex, trying to heal everyone, and yada yada yada. It was a pile of dog shit. Why was it a pile of dog shit? Well, they had this random dude coming around with real rapey vibes. Not only was he giving off rapey vibes, he was racist too. Like, he was actually chaining up women. Then he had a kid in a cage, having zombies trying to kill the kid, shooting out zombies. It was just the most weird, goofy movie. It wasn't trying to take like a funny Zombieland take on zombies. It wasn't super serious to the point where you had like excellent symbolism in it, like a World War Z. It was just bleh. And with me, bleh is the worst thing you could ever be. That's why Cargo is a steaming pile of dog shit. To someone else, it'll be like, man, it was solid. Like, it was a decent sandwich on some white bread. And I'm like, man, if you're giving me white bread, that bread might as well have shit on it, okay? So that's why Cargo is the second worst movie we watched this year. And I would like to hand it off to Tristan for number one.
All right. At number one, our worst movie of the year, it's going to one that all of us hated immediately. Reek did it to us on purpose. I'm still mad at him for it. It's Moonshot, starring Cole Sprouse. Okay? Start to finish, this movie had nothing going for it. Cole Sprouse played a very mediocre character at best. At best. Okay? There was a terrible love plot where he was... Well, actually, there was two terrible love plots. First, he's going to space to follow some chick that he spent one night with.
No sex.
No. Total idiot, okay? So that's bad enough. He's going to Mars for this girl, okay? Secondly, there's this other girl that he meets on the ship who's going to see her boyfriend who's already on Mars. And then they fall in love through their journey. And it's utterly ridiculous, right? Cole Sprouse, as okay of a job as he did, was not provided much to work with, okay? They did some exciting but not really boring things in space, and then they tried to make it seem super fun and exciting, and it wasn't. And then they had the plot once they actually got to Mars, and he got arrested because he was a stowaway on the ship to Mars. And so then he's just in trouble, and they're going to send him back to Earth with the trash ship because he's basically trash. And then, you know, the girl that he spent time with on the ship was like, well, I love him now, and my boyfriend kind of sucks. So I'm going to be with him. And
her brother boyfriend.
Her brother, you know what? That's absolutely right. It was her brother boyfriend, which is also pretty weird. But it was just very forced in a lot of ways, and nothing was exciting. The main protagonist, not protagonist, but the main chick, she was not good. She was not exciting. She was not funny. And it was just a poor choice for a lot of things that they did in that movie. The script was not good either. It wasn't funny at all. And it just provided a lot of negative energy for our watching experience.
I would like to add in a personal anecdote about this movie. So I decided it was a good idea to kill two birds with one stone while watching this movie, and I decided to fold a shit ton of laundry. And that day, I realized that laundry was not the worst thing to happen to me that day. It was watching this movie.
Dude.
Thank you.
I would rather take Reek's white bread poop sandwich than watch Moonshot as well.
That's why it took away our number one worst movie of the year. Shout out to Moonshot, shout out to Cole Sprouse, and shout out to, I believe her name is Lana Condor, is the actress you're looking for, who played the main love interest, featured in amazing things like To All the Boys I've Ever Loved. So this is her forte. This is what she does.
Terrible that's why, Netflix movie. That's
why it was bad.
So we must ask the question: does it beat last year's winner?
I would have to check what last year's winner was.
It was the Death Note live action. The back-to-back champ, I believe. Well, actually, did we watch that last year? That was last year. Never mind.
It was inaugural last year.
It's time for Death Note to become the two-time.
Absolutely the two-time.
It is now a two-time champ.
Two-time champion.
There's no way. As bad as Moonshot was, as much as I hated watching it, it wasn't Death Note live action.
Death Note live action? More like, I'm dead, here's a note. I'm not alive, there's no action.
Oh, that's ridiculous.